hello, and welcome to Nintendo Pals, your weekly dive into all things Nintendo and friendship. Tonight, is it a desert of gaming right now? Do we have no games for 2024? Or were there a lot of games announced in this week's partner showcase? We're talking all of that and more. Should we jump into the episode, Micah?
Yep.
Greetings, fellow Nintendo Pals. My name is Andros, and I am one of the hosts of the Nintendo Pals podcast, your weekly dive into all things Nintendo. And I am zoomed in a little bit to get rid of that black box that is always surrounding me in the video version of the podcast. If you haven't checked out the video version of the podcast, by the way, you should. It's over on YouTube and on Spotify. And both those places are places where you can also follow us, subscribe, and all the works. But I'm joined by my fellow Nintendo pal, Micah.
Yep.
And Micah, I gotta ask, how the heck are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
That's great to hear. You know what? Another surprise for the video version of the podcast, we've switched sides because of some weird mirroring that is happening that I have no control over. So now, when I am looking at you, I'll actually be looking at you, kind of. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Again, we want to say thank you to all of our fantastic listeners and followers. We appreciate all that you do. If you feel so inclined, and all of you should feel so inclined, you should leave us a 5-star review on Apple, Podchaser, Spotify, Audible, all those places let you leave 5-star reviews, and it helps boost our show in the search algorithms and helps us remain one of the top results for Nintendo podcasts, because this show talks about Nintendo. That's what we do here. That's what the show is. And you know what? Leaving us a 5-star review helps us to take over the world of Nintendo podcasts. Yep. So please help us to take over the world. World domination is our ultimate goal. With that,
Yep.
why don't we jump into the first segment of our show? Let's talk some what you playing. Micah, what have you been playing lately, my guy?
Well, of course, there's always Splatoon 3 and Rocket League.
Always and forever.
Always. Gotta. And I played a little more, I forget exactly what it's called, the Monkey Ball Mania. Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania.
Does it say
And
ball twice in there? Monkey ball, name?
yeah, because there's Monkey Ball, and you're having a ball, and there's also a Banana Mania situation going on.
Is that actually the title, or did you just stutter?
No, that's
Oh
not.
my gosh, I thought you really got me there for a second. I was like, wow, okay. Here I am trying to make fun of you.
I wouldn't put it past them. Sounds like something they would do.
I mean, come on. Nice.
Besides that, been a lot of Lethal Company this week.
Yeah, we've been
Just
playing.
a little bit of Helldivers too.
Oh yeah, you tried out Helldivers too. First off, what's Helldivers 1? I've never heard of the series until
I haven't heard of it either. But
yeah. So is that game fun? I've heard good things.
yeah, I enjoy it for sure.
Okay.
Gotta have a good group though. Well, I guess you don't need to, but it's one of those games where that definitely helps. And friendly fire is a very, very real thing, and it happens a lot since you can call down like ordnance from a space station that blows up big areas. So
Yeah, I'm not a fan of friendly
careful who you
fire.
play with.
So don't play with you.
Also, if
So-
someone's on a giant turret just shooting straight ahead, don't walk in front of them.
Did this specifically happen for you?
yes. I blew away a teammate on some massive turret because he just walked right in front while I was shooting.
I'm like trying to fix my camera live while you're talking. Okay. Well, that's exciting. And I would have been upset. But you also would have been very upset if that happened to you. You would. If I did that to you,
No,
I would never hear the end of it.
They actually weren't upset. They were like, you know what? I realized I made a mistake here. That was totally my bad. I was like, fuck yeah, it was.
Who are you playing
the best
with?
part is, I was.
Wait, who said that?
I played with Roger.
Roger said that?
Roger was very understanding. Yes.
Wow.
The best part is I wasn't even shooting at enemies. I was like, wow, I didn't know you could get on this giant turret. So I was just like blasting it because it was fun.
I just want to interject here for Roger's sake. He should have 100% put that on you. I mean, but that's just the kind of friends we are, I guess.
that was the game where I did about 8,500 damage worth of friendly fire. So, but that one wasn't my fault. The other instances, maybe a little bit.
All right. Well, not a Switch game, so I guess we don't need to dive too much into it. Hey, anything else you want to highlight you've been playing?
I think that's mostly it.
Well, I have been playing also some Lethal Company. Lethal Company sucked me in, man. I'm really liking it. I think the mods are really what has kept it alive for me, being able to add new stuff in. But
things up.
On top of that, I played a little bitlo of Tears of the Kingdom. Wow, I really blanked on the name of that game for a second there. My brain just went.
That's what happens when you're in a
Nintendo phase. Yeah. So Tears of the Kingdom, because I needed to map out a route to cross the map in a straight line. In my journey to do the Doug straight line challenge, which is really just like I think GeoWizard originated that idea. He did that for the United States in real life, and now I'm going to do it virtually in Hyrule. But I'm going to do a longer line than anybody's done by going longitudinal. Right? Latitude, I think is right.
Well, you should just go corner to corner or something then.
Yeah, that's just harder to track with the coordinates thing to make sure you're still on the line.
Yeah, that's true.
Because the X and Y values climb at the same time. But you're right. That would be cool. So, yeah, I'm going to be traveling in a straight line across, and I think I may have found a route finally. But in order to get that route feasible, I have to do the Wind Temple. And as part of the challenge, I'm not using a glider. So I won't have the glider to do the Wind Temple without a glider. Is it possible? Well, I asked Player 5, the world record speedrunner for Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild, and he said, yes, it is. So, I mean, he's seen people do it. Technically possible, yeah.
Technically it's possible?
Apparently you can do every dungeon except for the Spirit Temple, which seems weird. Without a glider, yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of when you need a glider in the Spirit Temple.
I don't think it's like a need for it in the game. It just like can't be triggered without the glider in your inventory for whatever reason.
That's weird.
Yeah. That's just what he said. He's like, but that might have been changed. So that's cool. I'm going to be doing that as well then. I'm going to be doing the Wind Temple with no glider. So cool. It'll be fun.
So you're going to do that with no glider, and then you're going to do the straight line.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. Those will be two separate challenges and videos. And then if the Wind Temple thing goes well enough, maybe I'll just see how many temples I can do without a glider after I do the line challenge. Beyond that, Mario vs. Donkey Kong. Tried that this week. My son got that for his birthday. And I am on World 3. And I don't know if I like this game.
How dare you?
I don't think I like
Even
it.
doing handstands?
Yeah.
Mm.
I just find the game kind of boring so far. Like there's not a lot to it. It and this is coming from like I'm a big fan of all 2D platformy Mario games. Like I even like all the new Super Mario Bros. Games, even the ones that everybody didn't like because they were just repackaging of the previous game with a little bit more. But yeah, I like 2D Mario, but this doesn't have that same appeal. This is not supposed to be like that. It's more of a spiritual successor to the classic Donkey Kong, but classic Donkey Kong has more of a challenge to it. This just feels too easy.
Mm.
Does that make any sense? It's like
Yeah.
slow like Donkey Kong, but without the like challenging factors of it of like you have to kind of dodge things. Now everything moves kind of but again, I'm only in world 3 as of right now and yeah, I'd say Donkey Kong boss battles, the second one that the game has, I beat it in like 4 seconds. It was crazy fast. I was like, I don't think I was supposed to go this fast, but sure. he just
Maybe you're just that good.
he just straight up ran into my attacks over and over again. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah. It's so I don't know. I just feel like $50. It's not a $50 game. It's like a $20-$30 game in my opinion. Like it just doesn't feel like it has enough to it. Now maybe as we get further in, the challenge picks up and there's like more mechanics and stuff introduced, but so far there really hasn't been, and it just doesn't feel that fun to me. So sorry to say it.
That's
It's
kind
a
of how I feel about playing Dark Souls and games like that, man. I just wish
oh
there was
yeah,
a
it's
little bit
just
of challenge
yeah, it's just
with
too
them.
easy
So
for you.
it's like a
This next
walking
week I'm gonna
simulator.
try out because he got Cuphead as well. I'm gonna try that one out.
Oh
Haven't
yeah.
I haven't.
Has he tried that yet?
Yes, yes.
How did that go?
Can I tell you a funny story here? While we're in the what you playing section, my son got 4 new games for his birthday, and he came up because he wants to get another new game. He's like, I want this
Sounds
game,
about right.
and it was so funny. I was trying really hard not to just bust out laughing. I'm sorry if you're listening to this in the future, Lucas. I just thought it was very funny. But he's he's like, these 4 games, only one of them is good. One of them is trash, and the 2 of them are impossible. So
He called one of them
he
trash.
called one of them trash. It was Goat Simulator. He thinks Goat Simulator is trash.
What?
Yeah.
I thought
There's
for
not
sure
really
that.
anything to that game. It's just a sandbox to just kind of be chaotic.
Yeah, which I thought he would enjoy. I wasn't the one that gifted him this, just to say. I didn't even know he had it
He
until right
hated
now.
your
But
gift. Yeah, no, yeah,
yeah,
he got that one, and it looks fun, and he had fun when he played it, but he hasn't gone back to it. So I guess it was just not that engaging because there's no goal or anything to it.
yeah. Well, there's not really with like Minecraft.
No,
People love
Minecraft
that.
has like objectives.
Mm, does it though?
Yeah, and there's like a reward for exploring and such. Where Goat Simulator, you don't get anything for walking around and doing more stuff necessarily.
Except you can. I'm pretty sure set off a nuclear bomb.
Oh,
Why
cool.
wouldn't you want to
Yeah,
do
yeah.
that?
I don't know. I haven't tried it yet. I got to give it a try still. And then yeah, so he said Cuphead was impossible, and Mario versus Donkey
Yeah,
Kong was impossible. Now he's on World 6, so he's like that level's impossible. So maybe that's where the challenge picks up.
I think. Well, kids, I think have a really short memory because I mean, if you make it to World 6 of a game, I feel like
You're done.
you at least
You've played.
got some enjoyment out of it,
This like what
some
it's
worth.
it's like those people like give a game a terrible score and then you see they have 200 hours in it.
You know, yeah. Like, why did you play so? I mean, they're like no better than me, I guess. But if it's terrible, why did you play so much?
And Friendo in chat says we should have got him pressure washer simulator. Did you see that they're adding DLC to that? That's like
They've added like a bunch. I can't remember what the last.
it's like Warhammer.
Is it Warhammer? I
Yeah,
mean,
you're power
that's
washing
kind of cool.
Warhammer equipment. Like that's just so funny to me. Um, yeah. So that's all I really have to highlight that I've been playing. I want to. You know what I wanted to play some today? Hades, but I didn't get a chance to. I just was feeling the itch to go back into Hades.
When is Hades 2 coming out? It's this year, isn't it?
It should be. Should be. Yeah, that's what I've been playing. With that, I think we can jump out of what you're playing and let's hop over into Nintendo news. All right, headlining the news today. I want to talk about some things before we jump into our thoughts on the Nintendo Direct, or as my son used to call him, the Nintendo Direct. We got to talk about some Nintendo news. We got to talk about Xbox and PlayStation. Yeah, we got to talk about Xbox and PlayStation. So, Mike, have you seen this news that I'm referring to? It's over in our Nintendo news channel.
I'm still in my Nintendo phase.
Oh, of just Splatoon and Rocket League, which you're not even playing Rocket League on a Nintendo system.
You have no evidence of that?
I certainly do have evidence of that. Because yes, I see you playing it on Steam.
Maybe I just connected my Switch to my Steam account.
That's not possible.
I don't know about that.
There was a... I'm hearing the craziest noise. Are you okay? I'll be right back.
Okay. Good luck.
I thought he was choking. He's just making weird noises.
That's what I was wondering. Almost.
Did you hear that? Did you hear? Did it sound like choking?
It sounded like a weird hiccup or something.
Yeah, I was like, did he like gargle a hot dog? What's going on? So loud. Okay.
If only, friend. If only Andros took longer to get back, I definitely would have sang a song for you.
All right. So, Xbox rumors were a swirling that Xbox is leaving the marketplace. We talked about this in a previous episode. So,
leaving the hardware market.
Yeah. So they came out and said, "Nah, we're just gonna be putting 4 games on other systems, something like that."
Yeah, I think there are 4 games coming to Switch or something. One of them being Grounded, which, in my opinion, is a fantastic game.
Yeah, to go to Switch, it's a good one. That was in the direct. I guess we'll talk about that. But the consensus coming away from it is like they didn't really have anything to talk about. They've got like a new system in the works, they said, and that's about it. They did this like whole podcast format to basically say, "Nah, there's nothing to worry about. We're just still putting out games slow and steady." But I don't think they have any like major release plans as of right now, which is a bit of a bummer. So it kind of feels like 2024 is going to be a dry start from Xbox. But don't worry, because what about PlayStation? Oh no, you should be worried, because what about PlayStation? PlayStation came out and said that we're in the twilight of the PS5.
The twilight of the PS5?
Yeah, meaning like we're coming up on the end of the life cycle.
I mean, it hasn't been out for like 2 years or something.
yeah. I feel like
it's been longer than that, but
yeah, and it feels like this generation's been so short. But they also announced that for 2024, they have no major first party titles in the works. So no, and I don't want to misquote this here, but we can.
I guess it's been like 3.5 years since the PlayStation 5 came out.
let me pull up the quote here. But I think this is
But
crazy.
Nintendo does point out that 2 years of being available for the PS5. Still
Yeah,
right before
yeah,
the launch.
yeah, because of the like real bad stock.
Shortage,
Yeah.
silicon or something.
Okay, PlayStation 5 end of life cycle. Trying to find the exact quote here. Yep, entering the end of its life cycle soon. They also reported projected less sales, and they had less sales than they were expecting. I'm trying to find the exact quote. I'm trying to find the exact quote and I can't find it. It won't be releasing any games in its major series before April 2025.
Hmm.
That's insane. So 2024 is going to be nothing for the PlayStation 5.
What do they consider major series?
Yeah, that is a good question. So that's nothing from PlayStation directly, which is God of War, Spider-Man, um, Ghost of Tsushima,
Was Horizon? Is
Horizon.
that?
With Death Stranding, I think Death Stranding is kind of multi-platform, so maybe.
Yeah. Plus, I think that's the second one's supposed to come out at some point, right? Is that this year?
I mean, who knows? Kojima does what Kojima does. Um, yeah, but Ratchet and Clank. I just went off this list of some coworkers who are like Spyro, except he's not owned by PlayStation. And neither is Crash Bandicoot. They're actually owned by Xbox now because they were Activision Blizzard properties. So there's that. Um, yeah, but no major first party releases till April of next year.
Maybe they're just gonna have all of their major releases in April of next year.
Yeah, maybe, but regardless, it's not a great time to have bought a PlayStation 5.
And you still got a good backlog. Games that have already come out. If you just got a PlayStation 5, then
Yeah, but what if you've played those all? I just feel like there's nothing like going to push system sales, which is probably why they lowered their projections. It was like, wow, there's nothing right here. Like, what is Sony going to hype up? They're going to have to really rely on non first party titles, which is doable. But when I guess I'm coming from Nintendo land, Nintendo world, where Nintendo first party releases happen so often. I mean, how many first party games did we have in 2023 alone? It felt like there was one every single month.
yeah, I want to say it was like 12 because there's like one a month. I mean, some of those being like remasters and things like that, but still.
First party Nintendo titles in 2023. Yeah, you're. Uh, yeah, I'm looking at this list. I'm already like, oh yeah, that was there. You had
That is
WarioWare,
there.
Bayonetta Origins. We had Mario, Zelda. I don't know if you count F-Zero 99.
Nah. That's just a little something extra that's nice.
Fire Emblem Engage, Advance Wars, Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe. Just going through this list here. I'm at
Forbidden World,
7.
was that this last year or the year before?
The Octopath
Or was
Traveler,
it?
is that one? That's not Nintendo First Party. That's Square Enix. Bat and Kaidos. Actually, is that one? No, that's Monolith Soft. Yeah, so 3.
Don't forget Pikmin.
Pikmin. Yeah, I totally forgot about Pikmin.
Yeah, that was a Nintendo suggestion, by the way. I had forgotten about
Mario
Pikmin.
RPG.
Yeah, he also pointed out Metroid Remastered, which I
Yep.
was waiting for you to get around to saying.
Yeah, that's because I'm going down this list from top to bottom, and it's number 2 on the list, and number 1 is Zelda. So that's at least 9 first-party titles off of this like top 50 games of last year list. uh, 9 first-party titles, and I'm like yeah. So we're coming from a spot where first-party like produces games, and Xbox and PlayStation haven't. They just haven't been doing it. It's been so slow. It's wild. It's crazy. So I just wanted to preface this conversation, and this is looking like the year of first party nothing for everybody, because Nintendo also doesn't have a whole lot announced yet. Now there could be more, but
Yeah,
we're also kind of
I just think
expecting
it's
it.
weird that PlayStation like told us, like, yeah, no, we don't really have any games coming out this year. Why would you even say that?
Temper expectations, I guess.
I guess, but
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
from a business sense, it just seems like it can only hurt them. But
Yeah.
I'm no business major, so
Uh so we're looking at a very dry year potentially for gaming. And then when the big third party games are ending up being complete flops, aka the world's first quadruple A game, Skull and Bones, being being just really mediocre. Um, again, I that is reported as being mediocre. I have not played it, so I can't speak to it myself. Allegedly mediocre. So yeah, when that's what we're looking at, then we're really relying on some good indie and like
Katie's always got your back.
and that's what we're going to be talking about. I mean, indie and third party, we're going to be talking about here for this Nintendo Direct, because this Nintendo Direct was big. It was a full Direct, but it was all a partner showcase. Do you remember when we got the mini partner showcases previously? They were Direct minis, and it was like 2K or like that wrestling game, and they were just bad. They were like not very great announcements. I remember them being really bad, but this was good. This was a good Direct. So, Micah, do you have the list of games over here? I'll send you a link to this so you can follow along with me. We can kind of go game by game together. We got how many games are on this? 14 title announcements. Starting with, as we've already alluded to, Grounded, which will be coming in April of this year. Now, Grounded is a really fun game. It's the only game I have ever played on Xbox Game Pass.
Like using Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But you did end up getting Slay the Spire after multiple of us told you you would really enjoy it while you had this.
I didn't play that on no
Game Pass.
No, I didn't play it on Game Pass.
You waited years to buy it on the Switch.
Yeah.
And then realized you loved it.
Yep. You're 100% right.
Don't worry, I'll forgive you for that eventually.
But yeah, I only play it. But so my statement, you're arguing with me about my statement, which is correct. I only played Grounded with Xbox Game Pass. That's the only game I've.
But you said on Game Pass, and there are a lot of games on Game Pass.
Yeah, it's the only game I played on Game Pass. Oh,
Slay the Spire, and that's on Game Pass.
Okay, well, yeah, we're counting that. I played a bunch of games that are on Game Pass.
Nintendo phase. I
Non.
knew it.
What was the next
God.
announcement, Micah? Or do you want to talk about Grounded at all? No, you like that game a lot.
I am a big fan of Grounded. It's a survival base building game, but you don't really have to build up your base that much if you don't want to. But it's got some good humor, and I think the combat's really fun. The spiders are horrifying.
But you can turn on arachnophobia settings, and they're just a
You
ball.
can, but I probably should have done that. But I feel like it took me about 60 hours, but I eventually got used to the spiders. And
Okay,
then
so
they
I'm not
released
even
a new
afraid.
spider.
I'm not even remotely afraid of spiders in video games. Like, it doesn't trigger anything for me. Like, I don't like spiders in real life, but
yeah, I don't like spiders, but generally in video games, there's just something different.
but I
about
almost
spiders.
always
It's
turn
not
on the
bad.
arachnophobia setting because it's so funny. It's always so funny. Lethal Company, you're just chased by a giant text, red text that
It
says
says
spider. It's so funny. It's like being chased by. I don't know. It feels like I'm in like a Sesame Street episode. Like it's the spider.
Yeah.
It's like,
It's the
like,
word of
"Ah!"
the day.
Yeah, the word of the day. Uh, Grounded is fun. I think that I am just not a fan of these survival base builder games. I
Well, to be fair, last time we played it, it was pretty early in early access, and they've added a lot
yeah.
and a lot of new areas.
But
and the
just like this
story.
style of game, like I don't like that aspect of Pal World, and that's kind of a big aspect of Pal World. You know,
I
it's
guess
like,
to be fair, when I played through with Lincoln and we played through, we customized the rules a little bit so you don't have to repair armor or weapons, because that's just like extra time needing to go out and get those resources
yeah,
that just
in
causes
Pal
the game
World
to, like drag on. No, in Grounded.
and Grounded. I think you can do that in Pal World as well. We should do that when we play.
We should do that.
We should.
But, yeah, so that helped a lot in that regard, so that you don't
Yeah.
have to like spend time just like doing menial tasks, getting resources. But
Grounded is good. I recognize that it is a great game, but I wasn't into it at the time. Maybe I'll give it another go at some point. Some point. But usually when I say things like that,
but not.
yeah, usually when I say things like that, that means it's on the backlog that I will not be getting to. Next we got actually was this wait, I don't remember this game at all. Ender Magnolia?
Yeah, remember Ender Magnolia, the sequel to Ender Lilies?
Oh, yes I do. Yes I do. I'm pulled it up here now. Yeah, this actually looked pretty cool. Like a platformy Metroid-like, which looks like it's got a really cool story, and the art style was interesting. I probably won't pick it up, but it looks cool. What's next?
And then they showed off Arranger, a role puzzling adventure.
It's like one of those like
They
slide
have showed
puzzle
before.
boxes.
Yeah, it's essentially like a slide puzzle box, but you're
They've shown that before?
ish. Yeah,
I don't remember
pretty
that.
common they've shown this.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Or something very similar to it.
Well, speaking of something they've already showed before, they have shown us Unicorn Overlord, which looks to be like the JRPG like mecha. Like it's
They
like
gotta have
yeah,
at
this
least
is
one in a direct.
this one looks really good. Like the style.
Remember when they showed this off earlier, and we both just busted out laughing at the name?
Yeah.
The announcer had like a really intense voice. if I remember correctly.
Unicorn Overlord.
They're like
Yep.
saying all this intense stuff, and then yeah,
Project
that
Triangle
seems
Strategy.
so out of left field.
Octopath Traveler. They have to have a silly name. Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. It's like
Is that real?
that is real. That is real. 365 over 2 days. That's another Kingdom Hearts titles are insane, but I
don't
do
believe
enjoy them.
you.
You don't have. Why would I make that up?
It's too insane.
It's real. It's real.
Speaking of real, Monster Hunter Stories
The
is
first
not
one.
real because it's a game.
Yeah, but it's a real game that's coming to
Yep.
Switch, and it's I'm happy with this one because we're gonna be because then the whole series is there. The whole Monster Hunter Story series is on the Switch. But you know what else is on the Switch coming in 2024? Epic Mickey Rebrushed. And I can already tell you my brother is very excited for this one. He's like, this is a guaranteed pickup for me. He loves Epic Mickey. I never finished Epic Mickey. I played a little bit of it.
What? Don't you like talk it up all the time?
Do I?
I feel like you've talked up Epic Mickey.
You might be
Like every
thinking of
time
my
I've heard.
brother who loves this game.
I don't know about
We
that.
do have similar voices. So he's really excited for it. I don't know if I'll pick it up, but I think this is a cool game. It's an interesting idea. Forgotten Disney IP and Mickey being epic. It'd be interesting because I feel like it was really motion control heavy. See how that plays. So yeah. What next?
Then they showed Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance. I almost made a joke about how the 5 with the colon just looks like a weird little face,
What?
but I decided not to.
Oh. I see it now. I see it now. Yeah. So this is DLC for Shin Megami Tensei 5?
Oh yeah, let's not. But I guess it is. Adds new chapter and storyline.
Yeah. We neither of us has any investment in the series at all. So
Nope.
that's that's that. It looks cool. Looks like hefty DLC. Um, this next announcement is probably the one I was most excited for, and that is the Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection coming on March 14th. And this is the first two Battlefront games, like the originals remastered and with online multiplayer with up to 64 players.
That's cool.
Have you played these games before, Micah?
I played them a little bit. Can't
Yeah,
remember who. I had a friend who owned them or something.
yeah, my cousin had these games, and it was so fun. Not Micah, my cousin. But it was so fun. We play as a team, and we would take our ship, land on the enemy ship, and then take control of its guns and shoot itself. That was cool. It felt. This is probably my favorite Star Wars game that I've played. And yeah, I think it was really fun. And it was also including this like special battle mode where you can kind of do like it's like famous characters from across the series in like a 5v5 battle arena. And that
Yeah, just the heroes
I don't
or villains.
I don't know if that was I don't think that was in the original on 1 and 2, which were I think were PlayStation 2. No, it had to be PlayStation 2. And was it on GameCube? I can't remember, man. But it that mode specifically, I think, is from the PSP version of the game. And I remember playing that on my cousin's PSP and thinking it was awesome. So I'm probably gonna pick this one up, and I think it'll be a fun one to play multiplayer with just tons of people. This could be like Battlefront was a cool series. It's a cool idea.
Yeah.
That's the one I'm most excited for. on the from the direct.
Then speaking of the most excited for, but kind of the opposite, they showed off South Park Snow Day. Which, no offense, I don't really have any interest in playing.
Yeah, I will say though that this
These
game
South
looks
Park games must be pretty good. It seems like
They
Keep
are.
making them. So
They are. They're reviewed really well. People love these games, and they seem like full-fledged actual games. Not like, oh yeah, we're just gonna
just a cash grab using an
drop
IP.
IP. Yeah, it's kind of crazy to me, and I wish more IPs would do this and be successful. But that's just me. So good for the South Park fans out there. We also got Sword Art Online Fractured Daydream coming 2024. Well, obviously coming 2024. And I don't know what this game is at all. Not even a little bit.
Well, they got some swords. Pretty sure they use those to fight or something.
Yeah. Yep.
Also, it's kind of in the name. Sword art online. I feel like it has to have online play.
I don't think so. I think it's called Sword Art Online because it takes place in like a Matrix-esque world, a virtual world.
Yeah, but still, if you have online
in the name,
your name,
yeah,
in the name of the game,
yeah, agreed.
You gotta have online. And they showed off Gundam Breaker 4.
I gotta say that this one was a big tease to me. I thought it was Custom Robo. I was so excited. I mean, it does kind of look Custom Robo-like, where you're building robots custom and fighting.
It's even better than Custom Robo.
No, Custom Robo's not really replaceable. Man, Custom Robo and Custom Robo Arena are such cool games. I wish those would get sequels. Those are good games. Oh, but speaking of games with sequels, Super Monkey Ball Banana Rumble. And I will say that when I live reacted to it, I was like, I have no affinity for this series, even a little bit. Like, Micah will be excited, but then they were like, up to 16 players. I'm like, oh yeah, 16 players? Bring me in. They did that like 4 times during this direct where it like halfway through the trailer was like, and you could play with 100 players like, or some like crazy huge number.
I wish I knew that many people.
But this would be really fun. That should be the entire game. It should just be Fall Guys, but banana ball. Banana ball, monkey ball.
I hope they have some mode that's essentially that. I don't actually know what the 16 player
That is what it is. It's kind of like,
it
yeah, it's kind of a party mode where you're competing with 60. But I think they should make their own whole standalone game that is essentially Fall Guys, but with Monkey Ball, because it feels like it lends itself very well to that, and it could be free to play. And you know, who owns Monkey Ball? That's Capcom, right?
I think Sega publishes it or something.
Sega? Okay, because I know they are like featured in every Yakuza game, which that's Sega. So yeah, they could do so much with that because they love to do crossovers with their stuff. So you could have Sonic in there, Yakuza characters.
I'm playing as Tails in Monkey Ball Mania or Monkey Ball Banana Mania.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Speaking of going, you can go to the eShop on May 23rd and buy World of Goo 2.
Oh boy. Is this a sequel to World of... Is this a sequel or a remake of a port?
Sequel,
or a port of an existing game?
Didn't World of Goo 2 come out a while ago? I don't think this is new, is it?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to ask, not if this is a sequel. I was trying to ask, like, is this just like was out somewhere else? It looks fun. I've always been turned off by the art style of this game. It kind of looks like a cheap mobile game in its art style.
I think you're crazy.
But
I think the art is awesome.
But people like it. And I don't mean to diss on the artwork. It just it just looks that way to me, and I'm judging the book by its cover. And it looks fun. It looks fun. You know what else looks fun? Fantasy Life I, which has been shown before. This is Animal Crossing, but with time travel approved, where you're traveling back and forth.
What's that giant dragon has a sword on its head? So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, yeah. It's this game looks interesting. It still looks a bit rough around the edges, but I could see it being really cool. So we'll see how it fares.
This next one's actually one I'm kind of interested in. Another Crab's Treasure.
Which has been shown before as well. It's been shown
Yep.
a couple times? Question mark?
Yeah, I want to say this is like the third time I've seen it.
That's coming in April. It looks good. It looks really polished for being an indie title. So, yeah, I'm excited that one. That one's the Dark Souls, but you're a crab game.
Yep. The Crab Souls like.
Um, then we've got
Which I think that's is that also the game that has it will have a assist mode where you just have a gun for a shell and you can just blast everything? Or am I thinking of a different crab game?
I don't remember that. I don't remember that on any game, so I feel like that would have been marketed.
It's just the extra easy mode.
Well, no segue here, but Petty's Big Breakaway is out, and that's by the team behind Sonic Mania, and they basically made a 3D Sonic game that's good. Oh, got him, Sonic! Eat it! You can't do it yourselves. You gotta hire somebody else. I mean, I think this is a missed opportunity for this to be a Sonic game. Sonic Team really drop the ball here. Like, look at the art style and the like charm. It looks so good. Penny's Big Breakaway. I mean, I'm cool with like new IP as well. Sonic can go away. That's fine. He's getting his own movie and junk, you know.
Speaking of junk, they got Suika Game multiplayer DLC out today.
Kind of. Half of the DLC is out today.
Only half of it.
Yeah.
The junk part I was talking about.
Yep. So it's multiplayer. The ability to play local multiplayer. But later, online multiplayer will come. It's like, what have they... This game's been out for a while. And it's like... What's taking so long to get the online multiplayer?
You do this, but apparently multiplayer is actually kind of hard.
Yeah, apparently. But why release the local and not just wait and do the online? I guess they're trying to capitalize on...
Because it's done, so why wait?
Yeah, they're trying to capitalize on the semi-recent success of Suika Game. So that's pretty cool, I guess. You gonna pick this up? I'm gonna wait till the online comes, and then we should.
I might pick it up.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like you said, once the online.
We should both pick it up. We can play it together. Pepper grinder. Not just for your table and seasoning your food. No. This is a game where you're drilling through things. And it's been shown a few times now. That's...
I keep my eye on any game published by Devolver.
Yeah, looks good.
Speaking of looking good,
how much do you know about this next game?
It showed so much. Mostly that I know it looks good. Pocket Card Jockey Ride On.
Do you know who developed this one?
Of course I do.
It's Game Freak. This is from Pokemon. Well, it's not.
I knew
Pokemon.
there was a reason I thought it looked so good.
Yeah. This game is apparently awesome, and it would have died with the 3DS library because it was 3DS exclusive, and the eShop went away. But the outcry was heard, and Game Freak decided to do what they do best and remake the same game again. Oh man, I'll take any hit I can give to Game Freak. Stupid developers, they suck. I'm so bitter and angry. What?
I think they're fantastic, and you should feel bad.
I don't. Not even a little bit. They should make a Pokemon game that's good. I like Pokemon. I want more from them for that series. Thank you. I just want Game Freak off it. They don't want to do it anymore. It's clear in what they make. They don't. Like, well, especially when they're making other games like this. Pocket Card Jockey's really fun. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's almost like they didn't have so much pressure and upper management telling them what to do in these Pokemon games. They might be able to make it really good or something.
Maybe. I don't know. I just feel like they. I've gone on this rant enough times. Let's talk about Snufkin. This was in the montage, and I honestly don't remember like anything about it at all.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Has a cool art style. It's a musical game, and that's what I know. Snufkin. What do we got next?
Tales of Kenzura.
Zao.
Almost said Zathura. I don't recall seeing this at all.
I don't recall seeing this one at all either. Does it look good? I can't look at it without activating the sound. Oh, yeah, like that. It was real loud.
It's wildly loud on this side for some reason. It looks pretty good. Like a Metroidvania kind of. It makes me think of Ori.
Yeah. Or Prince of Persia.
Yeah.
And then we got Demon Slayer Sweep the Board. I don't remember this one at all either. Kingdom Come Deliverance. What? This game. This game looks interesting to me. This was like. Yeah, and I feel like I've heard of this game. Where have I heard of this game before? It's got a 9 out of 10 on Steam.
Must be pretty good.
It's a role-playing game. And how does it play? What do you do in it? I don't know. But it looks interesting to me. Maybe I'll pick this one up. Do you not see the rest of the titles?
Are you also going to be picking up Contra?
No.
Operation Galuga?
No. This looks bad.
Wow. Whoa.
Yeah. This looks not good. I mean, it looked choppy and like a game that is struggling to adapt to a new, nice-looking engine. I like Contra, but modern Contra, not doing it. Not doing it for me. How about Pentiment?
It's one of those Xbox games.
Oh, is it? I don't know anything about Pentiment.
Yeah. I also think just that it was one of those Xbox games.
This Kotaku article, you no longer have an excuse to not play Pentiment. Thanks, Kotaku. Also really highly rated on
Steam.
Steam.
No longer have an excuse to not play Metroid Prime, but you still haven't done it.
I still have excuses. I don't have time. All right, that's my excuse. All right, and then we got. It's your turn.
You sure it's not your turn?
Pretty sure.
Then we got something Pro-Am Racing.
What? Oh. I was very confused. Rare Nintendo Switch Online. It's Rare Games on Nintendo Switch Online. Wow. They really made it seem like this was
That's
going to be super cool, and there were not that many games. And I was like,
5 of them or something. They have Battletoads something.
yeah, but they were like rare, rare, and I was like, oh yeah, Donkey Kong 64. No, nope.
If you get Donkey Kong 64, you can have Snake Rattle and Roll.
Or Diddy Kong Racing, or there's a lot of rare games that they haven't brought over,
Killer
and
Instinct.
I am
That is being brought over.
I am excited for Blast Corps. Don't get me wrong, but just one big ticket title for how much they hyped it up, I feel like that was weird. I guess you also have Killer Instinct, which is pretty cool. Oh, and Battletoads. That's hype. That's hype. So yeah, hype games, but it felt like they should have done more here. There should be more coming. I don't like the drip feed. I still don't like it. Whatever. And then we close out with a sequel to a beloved Wii game, Endless Ocean. And this is with Endless Ocean Luminous. And from what I know about Endless Ocean is that the soundtrack is amazing. It's very chill. And that's kind of the vibes of the game as well. It's like a chill, go out and just kind of explore, swim around and chill in the ocean, which is typically a scary thing, but this game makes it all.
Yeah, with all like Subnautica and
Yeah,
a few other games.
yeah. This game makes
scary
it
ocean
all
types.
like, wow, look at the ocean. It's beautiful, and it kind of looks like you take pictures of different marine life. So it's like Pokemon Snap,
Yeah, you
but underwater.
got to experience all the different types of ocean life. I kept
And
waiting for like a big scary shark to pop out.
yeah, but instead, a big scary number popped out. Up to 16 players can play simultaneously. Also, it's like randomly generated. It's like procedurally generated each time, so that's interesting. Cool. There's also some fantastical creatures that aren't actually ocean life in there. Oh, pretty neat. So,
Or just prehistoric ocean life.
I think I'm going to be checking this one out. I like the idea of it. I don't know. I kind of just want to. I kind of just want to chill with 16 friends in the ocean. Sure. I only have like 4 friends. That's not true. We play Lethal Company with like with like at least 8, sometimes more. But that was the Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase. Micah, what would you give this one on a scoring? How are you feeling?
It's like a B.
Yeah, I think it's like I'd even give this an A for what it is. It's got some really big.
If they had Metroid
Surprising now.
4, I would
Yeah.
have moved it up to an A.
Yeah, but it's a partner showcase. So best partner showcase by far. By far. Best partner showcase. But this is also the first one that's like a full direct instead of a mini. So twice the content. But it felt like nothing in here was a waste of time. Like everything in here felt good, quality. This wasn't browsing the eShop and seeing what just released. This was the big things coming. And I liked it. I liked it. And there were several games in it that I want to get. Out of these games, are there any that you're looking to get?
Yes. Potentially.
What's your potentials?
It's a good question.
So for me, I think I'm
There's
going
the
to pick up.
Pepper Grinder looked interesting. The Monkey Ball. And there's one other which I forgot about.
Is it Star Wars Battlefront with me?
No.
Because you want to play that with me? Because
No,
it'll be
it
so
wasn't
fun and
that
cool.
one. It was like a good looking game.
Grounded?
Or something. Nah, because I already have that. I tried that out on Game Pass and I actually bought it. I enjoyed it so much.
That's cool. Me, it's definitely Star Wars Battlefront.
I just know if I got that with you, we'd play it like
Once.
once or twice or something. Because
Yeah.
you're so busy all the time. We
Yeah.
got Baldur's Gate things, Lethal Company.
Yeah. Suika game DLC, Pocket Card
That was
Jockey,
probably it.
and Kingdom Come Deliverance, and Endless Ocean. Five were probably
Another
my
Crab's Treasure.
another Crab's Treasure. Yeah.
Like the
So
three I
so
picked
those are
out.
five on my like maybe, and out of those I'll probably get like three, two or three. I'm excited. I'm excited. This was a good direct, and it gives me stuff to look forward to. And I don't feel like I'm lacking in things to play. I know I've said that, like there's not like a big first party Nintendo thing coming out, and like that's true, but also not true because we're getting some pretty important games this year. Specifically, I'm finally going to play Thousand Year Door. So that's going to be a lot of fun when that
That's
drops.
kind of what you said about Metroid Prime. That didn't end up happening.
Did I say that about Metroid Prime?
I'm pretty sure before it came out on Switch, you're like, man, if I only had the system to play it, I would get it.
Yeah, but that was just to appease you. Thousand Year Door, I genuinely wanted to play. I've always wanted to play that game, but just haven't had it. It's like so inaccessible. Because Metroid is accessible. I have a Wii U and could have bought the collection on the eShop, which is pretty cheap too. It was like $20, but I just didn't want to. I was only doing that to appease you. I'll be honest. I'll be honest, Micah.
Just like how you said, oh boy, I would love to play Golden Sun. Only had a system to play it.
And I will because I have that one for free. For free.
And you haven't even played it yet.
Yeah, it's true. But you played it, so and you played it twice. Actually, you've played it a few times, so you've covered for my
Played
lack
it
of
at
playing it.
least 3 times. I've maybe played that game 4 times.
There you go. Well, I think is there anything else you want to cover from the news this week? I think that's an exhaustive dive into the news, I think.
Yeah, mostly it seems like new Earthbound icons.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Sort of
because
cool.
Mother 3 uh
In Japan.
in Japan. Reggie posted on Twitter. He reposted. Mother creator politely asks fans to bother Nintendo, not him, over Mother 3 English release. It's not Itoi's decision. And Reggie said, no longer mine as well.
But it was at some point. That's what that means, and he could have done it.
Jeff Keighley posted a picture from that direct with Robot Chicken with the guy like, "Come on, Reggie, give us Mother 3." And then Reggie lights him on fire. I don't remember that.
I don't remember that.
Reggie's like, "How about this?" And he eats a fire flower and then just launches a fireball at the guy. And he's like, "Ah!" Oh, classic directs, man.
Classic, the good old days.
Yeah.
And I guess there's also Splatoon 3, a big run incoming from the 8th to the 10th.
And Side Order.
It's
When's
coming
Side Order come out?
Tail Alley, the 22nd. It's already out, isn't it? Yesterday.
It's out. It's out. We go buy it. I don't know what this satellite was. It's my Nintendo senses.
Yeah, I'm relatively confident I'll be picking that up, but I'm just so busy.
Yeah, I'm not in an urgent state to buy it, but I will probably pick it up. Yeah. Yup. All right. Well, then let's jump out of the realm of news and into the realm of rumor. Rumor Pikmin, what do you got for us? Oh, they've got stuff. Metroid stuff.
The best rumors of all.
Yes. Do you want to give these? Listen,
yes,
Micah.
Metroid Prime 4 is rumored to come out this year.
I was right. You were right. We were both right. Metroid Prime 4 this
Except
year.
then there is the Switch 2 might get pushed back to 2025.
Yeah, this is the
Is this
holiday. This is
info
the
from
holiday game.
before or after that?
October.
Who knows?
October. Putting my money on it now. October. And by money, I mean, like, no money is involved, actually. But
Oh, yeah. And
I will buy the game.
to
That's
lend
the
a
money.
little bit of credence to the rumor, it's from the same source who said the Epic Mickey Rebrushed was in the works.
So
So
there you
they're at
go.
least 50% right out of those two.
There you go. Thank you, Rumor Pikmin, for bringing us the good rumors. We don't need any more of this Switch 2 nonsense. Oh, it's going to get delayed. When it doesn't come in 2025, they'll be like, oh, it's just not on track. It's been pushed back. Hey, let's start a rumor right now. New Star Fox game is coming. And when it doesn't, it's just
Within
been
the next
delayed.
12 years.
Yeah. It's just been delayed. Don't worry about it. You people, you rumor mongers. That's why we have the Rumor Pikmin, to sift through the rumor garbage to find the true juicy rumor fruits. Okay, let's get out of this. Let's jump into the community corner. In today's community corner. Actually, do we have questions for the community corner? I feel like we had a question
no.
from. Hold on.
I thought we did have a new one somewhere, but
maybe it was delete. Can't talk. Well, let's look through some of the comments here that we have over on Spotify. It says, you, and then in parentheses, mostly Micah, need to play Just Shapes and Beats from Indeed on Spotify.
Just Shapes and Beats.
Yep. I feel like I've heard of this game.
Wow. 10 out of 10 on Steam. 98% liked this game. Overwhelmingly positive.
All right. So
I don't
here's
understand what's happening in this. Crazy things.
Here's a good comment and a question for us. This one comes from Ayla, aka your fave person, on Spotify, who says, "If you have trouble with raids, use Campfires. Campfire, the app built into like Niantic app. Is it a Niantic app? I'm not sure, but it's really simple to do and gets people in your area to do it with you. I am level 34, and I get 5-star raids done with it. Also, what team are you on for Pokemon Go?
Instinct all the way.
Instinct all the way. Team Yellow, baby! Which is like...
I don't know, this seems pretty complicated to me.
It's like the smallest team, right? They're kind of the underdogs,
Probably.
and that's kind of why I went with them. I'm staying out of this whole classic red versus blue. That's the age-old problem. We're above that over on Team Instinct. Team Yellow. Yep.
Plus, Zapdos is obviously the best of the three birds.
Yeah.
Type advantage.
So true. So true. I think I honestly joined Team Instinct because you're on Team Instinct. That's why.
Are you telling me you would have joined a different team?
I mean, no. I don't know. I don't know what team I would have joined, but I joined to be on your team.
The winning team.
The winning team. Yeah. I'll always be on Micah's team. Unless we're doing some challenge where we're not on the same team. Listen, Micah's a game.
About every other week.
I want Micah on my team. Again, Indeed posted on a different thread where we asked who the most iconic villain is. It says the boss from Just Shape and Beats. So really adamant that you need to play this game, Micah. So Keep this one on your wish list. And I think that's all we got for questions from the community corner. Yeah. Did we ask a question for last week? We asked you? We're very professional here.
We did. It's your deep, dark secrets and confessions.
Oh yeah, we have a bunch on here. I clicked away because I wanted these to be a surprise. So let's jump over to last week we asked you, shall we? Last week we asked you to confess your Nintendo sins. Let's see here. That's right here. We want your Nintendo confessions. Tell us your guilty pleasures, unpopular opinions, or secret gaming habits related to Nintendo. We'll react to them in next week's episode. So I will have you read this first one. Have you seen these at all, Micah?
I've seen a couple of them. I think this is by Schlimmtor, right?
Yep.
For some reason, that weird thing where I only see the first letter of names for some of them. It said, I once burned hundreds of boxes and manuals of old NES and SNES games just to save space in my closet.
This is hurt.
Big oof.
Yeah, this hurts a little bit. It makes me a little sad. He has a crying peach emoji with it. Just so disappointed. Yeah, I was like, burned them. That seems so aggressive. Like, why not like give them away or?
If you throw them away, well, no one wanted to take them back then.
It's true. That's true. It was a
They
different
don't
time
take up much
period.
space after you burn them.
But holy cow, he probably really regrets that now.
Yeah.
But it was probably a really cool fire. Maybe it like summoned an evil Nintendo spirit. It like summons Moltres.
Yeah, the evil Nintendo spirit.
All right, what other gaming things we got here? Okay, this next one comes from. Oh, Schlimmtor also said that he has only told like 3 people this story, and we just told everyone. And we used his name, so everybody knows it was him. Listen, Schlimmtor.
There's no escaping from the shame now.
Listen, I think we forgive you. I think we do. We're the authority that can forgive him.
I don't think we're the ones he has to earn forgiveness from.
Who does he have to earn forgiveness from? He did not. This doesn't hurt anybody but himself.
The universe.
The universe. That's good. All right, next up in the Nintendo Confessions line is Maddie Beth. Some unpopular opinions I have are that Big Man is mid. Yeah, we all knew you thought that, Maddie Beth. This isn't like a secret confession. Daisy is the superior princess. And Mario Odyssey is overrated. Holy cow.
Not understandable.
Holy cow. But y'all already know that. I didn't know about the Odyssey overrated thing.
I don't remember the. Yeah, I didn't remember the Mario Odyssey one.
Just trying to slip that one in. It's like not as bad.
I just keep trying to forget that.
like throw it in with these other ones that are like, yeah, you already knew these ones, and also I kill people. But that's neither here nor there. Okay. So my juicy Nintendo confession is that the only Zelda game I have gotten through without using a guide is Tears of the Kingdom. I depended heavily on guides and walkthroughs to finish Breath of the Wild, Link Between Worlds, and Ocarina of Time 3D. For this reason, I sometimes hate being a gamer in the era of Google and YouTube, where looking up walkthroughs is so easy. Micah, have you used a guide to beat a Zelda game? Ever? Any sort of like, even for like a segment or a hint?
Well, you know it's weird. When I replayed Wind Waker the last time, I did have to look something up. I was like, what am I supposed to do here? And how did I figure this out as a child? And there's something weird because I think it was when I had to find the little
Yeah.
this is unfortunate. The little dudes, the little tree
Yes. Oh,
dudes.
okay. Yeah, I had to look that up too. The Korok?
The Korok? Yeah, I went to his cave and
Yeah.
like I was
Were
like
you
I
we
remember I was like, oh yeah, I found this cave earlier. I remember he's in here playing music, and I had to like go do something else random to get him to show up there or something.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. I got stuck on that exact part. That's wild.
Do you even remember what you had to do?
I think it just has to
Did you
be
have
a
to like
certain
go
point in the
ask?
game. Yeah, you have to like have
I had
done
to like
other
go
things.
ask the tree or something.
Yeah.
I'd be like, where is he? And they're like, oh, who knows?
He's in the cave. Even though I'd already
And
found
then
the
you find
cave.
him or something. Yeah.
Yeah. That was a shout out to Blondie, the mod in our chat, and the only reason I was able to complete Wind Waker is because she was there the entire playthrough. Thank you, Blondie. Um,
And that's the only time I remember looking up something vital. I looked
I
up a couple
know.
things in Tears of the Kingdom to like find the last caves and the one last shrine.
Yeah, I used it to find some shrines in Tears of the Kingdom. I did not use a guide ever for Breath of the Wild except for the cooking challenge I did where I had to like look up all of the food options. Uh but yeah, never did that for Breath of the Wild. I don't I eventually had to have looked up how to beat Ocarina of Time. I don't remember when
Oh
I
yeah.
did that, but I did.
And
And I
my most
definitely
recent Ocarina of Time playthrough,
yeah, I definitely
when I
looked up
compared that with Wind Waker, Wind Waker was definitely better.
I definitely looked up some help for Twilight Princess at points as well. So, and these are like my favorite Zelda games. So I don't think there's any shame in using a guide.
Yeah, at times it is a little unfortunate how easy it is because you get stuck
Yeah,
for like
because it's
1 minute
like
and you're like, hmm. But at the same time, it's like I don't necessarily want to waste time running around doing unfun things to try and figure it out.
yeah,
So
yeah. Back in the day, pre Google and pre YouTube guides, there weren't as many games available too, right? And so and you didn't like gaming. At least for me, I didn't get new games all the time. So having more time to play like a single game before the next one comes out or you get your next one for your next holiday or birthday or whatever made it so you just had a lot of time with those games that you had, and so there was more to just explore. Whereas like nowadays, there's
yeah,
so
so
many
many like
games to play. I don't want
especially like there are like billion indie games that are good that are
yeah
always coming out.
yeah I don't want to waste precious gaming time struggling too much. But I still try to go with no guide for most things I play.
Yeah,
Yeah. Good confession. Good confession, Maddie Beth. I hope you feel better getting that off your chest. All right, give us our next one. Oh wait, wait. We got to give Spider Chance comment here. In my day, there, I don't know why I'm talking like this. In my day, there were two sources of gaming help: Nintendo Power and the Playground. Yeah, and the Playground didn't work. It was like 50-50 on whether that advice was going to work.
well, yeah. Playground advice was you go here under this bus or something. And
You
you
got to
can
get
get
Mew. Yeah, it's there.
Yeah,
Billy told me about it.
that and this is how you unlock Master Hand, Smash Bros. Melee.
Oh my gosh.
Uh,
Give us our next one.
Lily likes RPGs. Says 3D World is the best 3D Mario game.
Wow.
I
This
mean,
isn't too crazy of a take.
that's a little unhinged.
Really?
A little bit.
Mario 3D World is a fantastic game.
I mean, it's good.
It's
The
great.
best 3D?
I mean, it's
I don't
hard to
know.
say because it's just a different style. It's so hard to
It's
compare it to the
yeah,
other 3D Mario games, which are way more open, less sandboxy. This is less sandboxy. This is more classic Mario with a 3D space. But hey, I know, we know podcasters that share this opinion. Fairly certain Sean Capri would say the exact same thing.
Hmm.
Yep. Carpool Gaming. Go check those guys out. But yeah, it's I, I think it's one of the best ones, but it's also then I start thinking about the other 3D Mario games, and I'm like, well, I do like Odyssey more. I do like Mario 64 more. I do like Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 more.
Mario 64? I'd put this over Mario 64.
Really?
What's unhinged is saying Mario 64 is better than 3D World.
Okay, well, it's your opinion, man.
I'll take any excuse I can get to call someone unhinged.
Well, then you're about to, because let's go to Ember Aqua, whose confession is Paper Mario Sticker Star is a good game and one of the best in the Paper Mario series.
Okay, like just one of the best.
I
To
can't.
me, one of the best. Like,
I
if it's like the fifth best, is that one of the best?
I have not played this game, so I cannot really speak to it. But I have played Color Splash, and that game it triggers me. That game makes me angry to play. And Color Splash and Sticker Star are supposedly very similar. So if that is the case, then I can't see this opinion as being valid. Ember Agua, thank you for confessing this. I know how it feels to be wrong.
How many
I just
many Paper Mario games have you played? I feel like that's what I gotta ask when you say that. Sticker
well, how
Star
many
is
are
one of
there?
the best.
Oh, Ember Agua. I thought you were talking to me. I was like, well, how many are there? I think I'm like, I played 1, 2, 3.
Because I feel like the only way you can say that is if you haven't played Thousand Year Door.
Or any of the other ones.
Or yeah, the
Except
one
for
on the
Color
Wii.
Splash.
That's just Super.
Oh yeah, I played 4. Yeah. Super Paper Mario.
Paper Mario.
Mhm.
I cannot think of the word paper.
It just feels so weird. It feels like it's not a Paper Mario game because it's not an RPG even a little bit. I mean, it kind of is, but it's more of a platformer. You don't have turn-based battling. It's different. Okay. Next. This is from Solo.
Mm-hmm. Solo says, I'm not the best at. I mean, they'd say MK, so this could be Mario Kart, but it could also theoretically be Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat!
So they say I'm not the best at Mario Kart, nor will I ever be. But when I'm stressed, lots of times I like to play Mario Kart as a go-to outlet to relax. Most of those times I play with the game's music down and Apple Music playlist playing instead. I feel like that's not too crazy. Unless it is Mortal Kombat, then that is a little crazy.
He's like playing some Jack Johnson while he's like just annihilating people in Mortal Kombat.
I feel like if you're playing Mario Kart offline against just PCs, then that can be relaxing. Instant real people are involved. Slightly less relaxing.
Yeah. And I think Mario Kart is designed this way to be enjoyed at all skill levels. You don't I'd say I'm pretty good at Mario Kart. Nowhere near like top level or whatever, but I play pretty well.
I feel like it's almost worse when you're like really good at the game because then sometimes you just get like quadruple red shelled and there's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
You get hit by that blue shell first, and then right as you start moving, you just get by a red shell, and then someone with a star hits you, and then you get by a bullet bill, and then at that point, it's too late. You're tilted into oblivion.
These are good. These are good answers though. I like it, Solo, and I like it. I like this. This is the first confession that I feel like doesn't. Nobody needs to. You don't need to apologize for this. This is just perfectly healthy and good. And more people should be okay being a casual gamer, all right? I can just play a game casually. I don't have to be the best at whatever I'm playing. Please. Otherwise, all these hours in
But
Fortnite are wasted.
but could you be the best?
Don't tell me that. Because I'm not good at so many games. All right. Next confession comes from Presto from Off the Wall. Says Mario 64 is a bad game, and my top 5 Mario games are Odyssey, Bowser's Fury, Wonder, 3D World, and then Galaxy. A lot of love for 3D World tonight among
Yeah.
2 people. but it's that it hey, it's weird that it happened twice.
I am a little surprised that Mario Sunshine isn't on this list. It doesn't make any sense.
Are you? I'm not. Not even a little bit. In fact, I am hopeful that it's at the back. The back of the back. I think he does put it above Mario 64 though.
I think Presto just forgot about that game somehow while making this list.
Or he's played it. It's not as good as you think it is. The nostalgia
It is.
really,
I
really
played
covers
through it. I played through it when
Yeah,
you're
you
like, it's
have.
not even that good. I played through the game.
I did
And
too.
I was like, well, this is fantastic. This holds up. You know what game
It
doesn't
does
hold
not.
up? Ocarina of Time. I was like, oh boy, I'm gonna love playing this game, and I did not.
Just
I did
because
not enjoy
just
myself.
because nostalgia didn't work for Ocarina of Time doesn't mean you're not blinded by nostalgia for Sunshine. I just don't
believe
think it's
that's
that good.
exactly what it means.
Is Sunshine
I
the
think-
best Mario game?
It's not the best.
Is it the
but
second
it's up
best
there.
for you? Give me
Very
where
close.
does it place on your list? Is
It
it in the
places,
top 5?
Above Ocarina of Time. And
No,
above
no. Out of
64.
Mario games. Give me your top 5 Mario games. And then tell me
My
and
top
then
5.
yeah. Then tell me that Presto's list is a little surprising, okay? Where does it fall in your top 5? Number
There's,
1?
Odyssey,
All right.
Galaxy probably is on there, up above it. I'd maybe put Wonder above it. And then, for sure, none better.
Over 3D
Mario Sunshine.
World?
Over 3D World, yes.
Okay, wait. So you said Odyssey, Galaxy, Wonder?
Potentially.
What about
Probably.
like
I feel like they're just so different because 2D and whatnot.
okay. Yeah. But this is top 5 Mario games. This isn't excluding 2D games cuz he has Wonder in his list at number 3.
Yeah. I was just gonna think of another really good 2D Mario game. It's like, this is the best.
But what about Mario Bros 3 or Super Mario World?
Nah, Mario Bros. 3 isn't that good.
Super Mario World?
No.
Are you
Super
insane?
Mario Bros. 3 is better than World.
You weren't here for the
Wait,
ranking.
which World?
Wait, you weren't here
3D
for the
World
ranking. I did
or-
that with Eli. So we've never had this conversation before. You put those above Sunshine or below Sunshine?
Hmm, Yes.
That's insane.
You are insane.
No. No.
Yeah.
I think I would put every 2D Mario above Mario Sunshine. Every single one of them.
I feel like essentially everyone who says Sunshine isn't a good game, and then their reasons they give are essentially just it's too hard, and I'm not good.
That's not the
That's just
reasons.
what it boils down
That's not
to.
the reasons I've given. The reasons I've given is because the
No,
controls suck. You control like a
No,
weird
it's 'cause
sponge.
You suck at
No.
controlling Mario.
No.
Mario's control options.
Everybody
everybody
needs to go watch the latest video on Andros 1, which has Micah playing through Mario Sunshine, and watch the death montage of Micah dying over and over again in Mario Sunshine as he is trying to 3D platform.
Wait. I died like 4 times in a row, and that's because I was trying to be too aggressive.
You game
And
over.
I will admit, I just didn't do good.
You game
I
over.
did bad right there, and then I came back and I crushed
And then
it.
then he's coming over to me now, and he's like, you're just bad. It's like,
Yeah, I was just gonna say it's a hard game,
it's not a
and that
hard game.
and
Mario just controls bad. It's
no, it's a hard
unfinished.
game.
It's unpolished. Miyamoto himself says this.
It's the hardest
And
Mario game.
people online will say things like Mario Sunshine, it's peak Mario. It never got better from here. And those people
Pretty
are
much.
insane. What do you mean? They never did they even see Galaxy? Did they
I mean,
even play Odyssey?
Mario Odyssey, it's fun and all, but
Don't
where's the
start.
challenge? Where's the challenge? It's just like
Darker Side of the Moon.
it's it's
and
all
Dark
right.
Side of the Moon. It's
But
all
that's
right.
like one
He
level.
says,
That's like one
It's-
level that's hard.
if you want challenge, go play Lost Levels. That's a better game. That's a
No,
better
that game's
game.
not good. And I've beaten that game like 14 times now.
Okay, well, off on that Mario tangent. Yeah, I put Mario Sunshine and dead last out of all the mainline Mario games.
Even worse than 64.
Of course, I love 64. 64 might be my top 5. I think it's a great
Your
game.
top 5?
Yeah.
Your top 5? Would you put it above Galaxy?
No.
Would you put it above 3D World?
That's a tougher call.
Would you put it above
Probably.
Odyssey?
No, I wouldn't put it above Odyssey. Odyssey's number 1.
Wonder?
Yes, I put it above Wonder.
You'd put it above Wonder.
I like Mario 64.
So
more
it's
than
better
Wonder.
than every 2D Mario game.
No, just because Wonder's your favorite 2D Mario game doesn't mean that.
Are you crazy? What
Super
2D
Mario
game are you
World
pi-
is my favorite 2D Mario
No,
game.
That's you have to admit that's nostalgia.
No, the game holds up. It's
Absolutely.
good.
That's
But yes, I do
absolute
have a
nostalgia.
lot of nostalgia for that game. I have a lot of nostalgia for that game.
Do you
But
think
that game
do you
also
think
is really
if I'm not saying it's not good or it doesn't hold up well, but do you think if you played for the first time Super Mario World and Super Mario Wonder the same year that you'd think World was better than Wonder?
good. I think so, yeah. Because I think I might put 3 above Wonder, and I only played
You
3
put-
as an adult.
3
Yeah.
above Wonder?
Yeah, Mario 3 is really good. Wonder is a good
It's
game. I'm not saying it's
alright.
bad. How did this become this?
This
How did
is-
this become this conversation?
This is unhinged.
This is not unhinged. This is not unhinged. I don't. I like Wonder a lot, but as far as like 2D Mario's
I
go,
had oodles of nostalgia for 3, but it's not that good.
It's not as good as
it's
Wonder, dude.
enjoyable. It's real weird and slidey. If you think Sunshine has terrible slidey controls, you should play 3.
Mario 3. Yeah. Well, I know it's slidey, but it's different in a 2D game versus a 3D game, and it's not slidiness. It's just the feel of the movement is bad in Sunshine. You'll turn
You
on a
can
dime.
Turn on a dime, yeah.
And then, but at the same
If
time,
you
you'll
know
be
what you're doing.
sliding. It's bad. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel
I think you're
tight
wrong.
like Odyssey or other 3D Mario games where it feels cohesive. It feels like sometimes you control like a wet sponge, and sometimes you control so rigidly that
Sounds like you just need practice then.
it's
Mar-
it's not
Mario
something you
Sunshine-
can practice. It's
Mario
not something you can
Sunshine
practice.
Has
It's
the
just
most
bad.
movement options of any Mario game.
It's just
and I like
bad.
that. You got your like spin jump, your quick turn jump. That's all the jumping I can think
Yeah,
of. in
because you
any
can't
Mario game at this
crouch.
point.
They took
Why
away
would you need to crouch?
for the long jump. The BLJ, one of the most famous things in all of speedrunning. But the long
That's
jump
not
is
a
actually
legit movement.
the long jump is actually awesome in like every Mario game except for Sunshine because it's not there. They don't
What are
have
you
it.
talking about? They do. You got to use the water first and make a little slide, and then you slide and do your jump.
That's not the same. You know
Pretty
it's
much
not the same. No,
And you can slide around. You can slide around. You can make everything a water slide.
It's just not.
Everything is a water slide.
You know what?
The
Micah?
movement
You know what?
in-
You know what?
Sunshine is great.
I want
And the fact that you can do all these you can get like there's so many different ways that you can get around and up to things because you have so many movement options.
Like Odyssey does it so much better.
Odyssey has great movement, but it's like, oh, you got your camp and that's it.
Don't don't say that. You're so full of it, man. It's so good. It's such garbage. I mean, you have your cap. That's it. Have you
The only
opened?
great thing about the cap is that you can throw it and then dive onto it,
Yeah,
and
and you
get
can
an extra jump.
capture
That's
things
pretty
with
cool.
it,
But
and you can like use it to collect things around
we're
you.
talking about
You can use
movement.
it to jump higher. You can like,
How are
like
you using it to jump higher? You
you
just throw it
throw.
down, jump
Yeah.
up off it, you walk into it, boring.
I
Making
can't with this
everything a
guy.
water
I can't with
slide.
this guy. What am I supposed to? What am I
But
supposed to do? I'm just talking to a brick wall. this is this is
you're just
ridiculous. Mario Sunshine is not that good. It's not that
it
good.
is.
And
It is.
and I want to close here with a compromise. And that is that I want them to remake Mario Sunshine, because if they remade the game with like new engine and new movement, I feel like it would be really good.
New movement. That
Like
ruined one
like
of the best
update it
things
so
of
the
the game.
movement isn't broken and bad. Add Mario's full moveset in addition to Flood.
What are
That'd
you
be
talking
cool.
about? Add his full move set.
You
He has
have
so many movement
no
options.
Z moves. There's no crouch. There's no backwards jump.
There is.
There is not.
There
I
is.
promise you, there is not.
I stake my life.
No. Not the backwards jump you're thinking of. You can't crouch jump. You
Why
can
would
do
you
the
need to?
you can do the sideways flip jump, but you can do that
Yeah.
in all the Mario games. Well, not all
Can
of
you
them,
do
but
in
you know
all
most
the
of them.
Mario games? That's what I thought.
That's in 64.
Not good.
Yeah, okay. that's where it originated from. Yeah, no. A crouch
And you can
jump.
do
You can't do a
spin
crouch
jumps and
jump
things?
for like yeah,
Yeah,
but
that's boring though.
it's not
You have
boring.
other ways.
It's
You
so
have other
good.
ways to get that same height without just being like, I'm just gonna crouch now and jump.
But why take
It
it
makes it
away?
rewarding.
No.
It's more
No.
rewarding.
Yeah. Micah's like, "Oh man, this race isn't very fun. Could you chop off my legs so I can
Well,
do it with my hands
it's like
instead?"
Assassin's Creed. They have all that crazy like parkour stuff. It's so boring. The parkour is so easy. You just run at things and it just happens. It's like what I just where's the enjoyment?
Yeah, right. But
It's the same
Sunshine
thing.
Sunshine is like if you have to precision do every little thing. There's an in between, and that's Odyssey, where it's like you parkour and it's very flowy and fluid feeling. Like especially in like New Donk City, you're parkouring around the tops of buildings and you'll grab onto something and run, but it feels like you're in control. It doesn't feel like it's all automatically happening, And the jumps are very. It's a movement that feels good, and Sunshine's movement doesn't, to me, and to many others online.
And to many others online, it's peak.
I
It's
don't
all
think they're
downhill
talking
from
about the
there.
movement. They're talking about they had a GameCube as their first console and they can't get over GameCube titles. Like they can't.
I'll have
They
you
never
know,
moved on.
GameCube was not my first console.
It was your first Nintendo console.
I don't know if that's true.
You don't know if that's true?
I don't know what came out first, the Game Boy or not.
The Game Boy came out first.
Look at that. Wasn't my first Nintendo console then.
This is like this is the kind of arguments that I have with my son, where he's like, "You said this." I'm like, "That's not what I meant, and you know it."
Well, learn to word better.
Presto, you got us off on a tangent, a big one, a bad one, and because of that, we're gonna probably wrap up this episode here. I think.
I just gotta go back a little bit. Where would you rank Wonder? Is Wonder like?
Yeah, let's real quick. Pal topic. We're gonna just go into this right now, and we're changing our original plan for Pal topic, and we're going into this.
Well, we got two more. Last we asked you though.
Oh, we do.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll come back to this. We're gonna rank our Mario games, each a separate list, ranking the Mario games. Get ready to give your rankings, Micah. Top 10.
I will be ready. I'm
Okay.
back, aka Flightsy says the only Zelda game I finished was Four Swords. And despite
out.
being the Kirby fan
Get out of
and
my
growing up in the DS/Wii era, I've never played Superstar Ultra or Kirby's.
Get out. Get out. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Flightsy, this is baffling to me because isn't Superstar Ultra the one? Wait, Superstar. Which one's Superstar Ultra?
To be
DS.
honest, I didn't even know that was the name of a Kirby game until this exact moment.
Am I mixing it up with a different one? I am. I thought it was Kirby Superstar. Oh, it is. It's a remaster of Superstar, which is available on NSO. Kirby's Epic Yarn is an interesting one. I played a good amount of Kirby's Epic Yarn. It's too easy, but artistically it looks great.
So you're saying if a game is too easy for you, you don't rate it as high. Interesting.
Yeah. And that's why I rate Mario Sunshine so low. It's because it was just too easy for me. It's not because it was difficult and I need to get better. It's because the game controls like garbage and it's just too easy of a game.
Well, look at me in the eyes and say that Super Mario Sunshine isn't within the top 3 most difficult Mario games.
No, it has to be. I can't look you in the eyes. I can't say honestly it's not.
That's what I thought.
It's got to be up there.
Because
most of them are pretty easy.
Satisfying game to play.
I mean,
for me,
for you, yeah, sure. Let's go.
There's actually some challenge.
We're gonna get to this in the pal topic. Only Zelda game you've ever finished was Four Swords is an insane thing to say.
That's actually wild.
Like, why? Why haven't you played another one?
How many have you started? I gotta know.
Yeah, maybe that's it. He's played some but never finished them. I mean, but Flightsy's such a huge fan of like Kirby and lore. And I just feel like Zelda is like a very lore-rich series that would be in that same vein of like got to deep dive into this. I guess maybe more the appeal of Kirby is that it doesn't appear to have lore. Yeah, you kind of gotta surface level. It doesn't look like that. You know, it looks kind of like Mario, where it's like, oh, there's nothing to this really. There's not.
Mario doesn't have much lore.
It doesn't. It's Princess gets captured by Bowser.
Sounds like you haven't been paying enough attention while playing Mario Sunshine. What crazy lore they have.
I am done with this conversation. Yeah, we're moving on to Fedorable Will's answer. Fedorable Will, who has a podcast, by the way, where he does tabletop RPG that's Smash Bros. Themed. We should check out. But his answer is, the Origami King is the best Paper Mario game and one of the Switch's best titles overall. I've never played the older Paper Mario stuff. I came into this game with zero bias.
Now it makes sense.
It's a crazy thing to say. I have zero bias here.
I mean, if Origami King is the only Paper Mario game you've played, of course it's going to be your favorite.
Yeah, I was like, it's the best Paper Mario game. It's the only one you've played. What do you mean? Okay, the writing was amazing. True. The music was easily my all-time favorite game soundtrack. Also true. It's like top-notch music. I use it in a lot of videos.
The water.
Yeah. And the gameplay is great. Yes, even the spinning combat thing. Don't knock it simply because it's weird. Yep.
And I think Origami King is a great game.
I think it's a great game too. Is it a great Paper Mario game?
The puzzly combat got slightly repetitive at times.
I liked it throughout. I thought the boss fights felt a little wonky. The ones where you have to like move yourself around the boss to get to them. You remember those?
Yeah, those were. I thought that was better than the normal combat.
Oh, well, I,
That-
I thought they felt a little wonky at times.
Hmm.
And then, yeah, I mean, it's been a while since I played it, but I liked the writing.
Yeah,
I loved the music, but it has some shortcomings that the other games don't. Like the original Paper Mario, I feel like has a lot more variety to the world and character design. Although Origami had a pretty good world variety, the characters, it's all toads, which is fine, but it doesn't feel quite as alive. I don't know if that makes any sense. Do you know what I'm
yeah,
trying to say here? It's
yeah,
I felt like Origami King had really cool set pieces, but the world didn't feel as cohesive as like a place. Toad Town in the original Paper Mario, and I'm excited to play Paper Mario Thousand Year Door because I think Toad Harbor is like the hub area, right? But Toad Town in the original Paper Mario is such a cool rendition of a Mario town with all of the toads in their different shops, and then there ends up being a dungeon in there with the toy box. Like it's cool. I like that. I like that game a lot. Origami King is a great game though. I don't think it's a bad game by any means. I think the issue most people have with it and the bias that we refer to that you're referring to in the statement is that the battle system and mechanics are just so wildly different from the first two in the series that were also some of people's favorites. And it's like we want you to go back to that, and they went, okay, we'll kind of go back to that with the puzzle wheel because it's back to a turn-based battle system and RPG elements, but not fully back to the level of like the Mario and Luigi series or Mario RPG or the original Paper Mario's. And people want that because it's fun. It's fun. I like their turn-based combat system with the badges and stuff. That's a lot of fun.
yeah.
And the action, the like action commands that you can try and execute. But I think this is a great game on its own. I just think like compared to those two Paper Mario games, it falls in third place for me. I haven't played Thousand Year Door yet though, but even as someone who hasn't played that game, I would say it's better than Origami King. What do you say, Micah?
Yep.
Can we also highlight some other things here? The music is fantastic in that game. Remember the DJ Toad, and you're dancing. So great.
Yeah.
So
That was
great.
good.
And the writing's really good. I mean, all the points you're making here are solid. I don't mean to come in here and say that Origami King is a bad game. I think it's a great game. I'd probably give it like an 8 or 9 out of 10. But I'd give like original Paper Mario a higher score. Just because I like the battle system in it more. Not saying this is a bad battle system. I just like that one more. Yeah. Okay, Micah, let's get into the POW topic. Today's POW topic has been rewritten. We are now doing our top 10 Mario games. Now, Micah, what are we counting here? This is like
of every mainline Super Mario game.
mainline Mario game.
Chronological order.
So this includes 2D and 3D Mario games, not spin-offs. Actually, probably the way to go here is the Super Mario series. I think is its official title. Because this is what I'm thinking. Yep. The Super Mario series. So this includes all the 3D and 2D games. So, Micah, hit us with your. Are you sorting it right now? I feel like I need to
I
quickly.
just started writing it.
Do you have your list put together?
I have 4 on my list.
You have 4 on your list? Okay. Well, hold on just a second here while I am going to play some interlude music to cover for the fact that we are just going to be writing these out real quick. This is all on the fly. So yeah, and you know, we record these live and don't do any editing in post because why would we? Here we go. We might be talking too.
Okay, I have a list of 6.
We're doing 10.
Everything else below that is the same.
You can't do that.
I think I can.
No, you can't. Not allowed.
Pretty sure I can.
Sort them to 10 at least.
Because you gotta group something together. Like Galaxy 1 and 2. I'm just gonna say Galaxy.
Okay. I'll allow that.
Mario Maker. Same with all Wii U.
Mario Maker? That's in here? Oh, I guess it is. I guess that counts as the Super Mario series.
Like
Okay.
Super Mario Bros. Or New Super Mario Bros. Super Mario Bros. Wii, Super Mario Bros. Wii U. I'm counting all this together.
Sorry, I'm taking my time here. I want to make sure I do this right.
I got 9. And then below that is going to be 3, 4, 8. Okay, done with my list. It helps that I haven't played Bowser's Fury.
I'm including that as part of 3D World.
Wait, what is part of 3D World?
Bowser's Fury.
Oh, okay.
They're a bundle. Bowser's Fury is not available to purchase on its own.
I'll just type loudly so it's not completely silent.
Good call. I need one more Is Mario Maker in your top 10?
Yes.
Are you just counting those both together?
Yeah. I literally no recollection like what the difference between Super Mario 3D Land and 3D World. I'd somehow forgotten about 3D Land.
3D Land was on 3DS.
Was it on 3DS? Oh, I never played it. That's why I don't remember it.
Okay, pausing the music. I'm done. I've got my top 10. You ready?
Yep.
Let's dive into this right now. Let's start at number 10.
Number 10. Every other Mario game. They blend together. I have no opinion.
You have no
All
opinion.
of them.
At
no
number
opinion.
10?
They're all the same. Number 10.
Okay, well, at number 10, I have Super Mario Maker.
How dare you?
I have the Super Mario Maker series. I think they are fantastic. And that's why they're in the top 10.
And then I got, just for you, I got Mario 64.
At number 9, you put it above every other Mario game.
Yes.
Besides the ones
Mostly
above it.
because even though disappointment is a negative
Somebody
emotion,
clip that. He said yes.
It made me feel something, which was disappointment.
It's a wild thing to say.
Meanwhile, all the other games on this list, I have like no emotions in correlation to or whatever.
Yeah. Number 9 for me. I really dabbled with which one in this particular part of the series to put in here, and I ended up just going with the first, and that is New Super Mario Bros. At number 9. New Super Mario Bros. Was really fantastic. It's essentially Super Mario World at Super Mario 3, the new coat of paint. You know, it's like that brings back that kind of mechanical style that had been gone. And it introduced the mini mushroom, which was an awesome ability in the game. And then also the mega mushroom, which makes you huge and destroy the level. And it was really awesome because you could store those. And I stored the mega mushroom and stepped on Bowser in the final boss fight and won. Just skipped the entire fight. I went back and played it after, but I just thought that was so awesome that you could do that. You could just skip it. Yeah. Oh, also, side note, the multiplayer on it's pretty fun.
Yeah, those were the days.
The battle, like for the stars in the mini game, and then there was also the whole mini game collection that you could play. Yeah, that was awesome. That brings it up for me, and that's not really part of the main game, but it's part of the game. Okay, give us your number 8.
My number 8 is Super Mario Bros. 3.
Mine is also Super Mario Bros. 3. D-Land. Ho ho! That's what I put there. Super Mario Bros. 3D Land, which is really fun. I like that game a lot. And looking back at gameplay of it now, it's like it holds up really good. I think 3D World takes that and makes it a multiplayer and expands on it. But they did it there first, and I think they did a good job with it. 3D Land's a great game.
Well, my number 7 is Super Mario Bros. Wii / all the other ones that are kind of similar to it.
So New Super Mario Bros. Because I think it's called New Super Mario Bros. Wii, right?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah. So the New Super Mario Bros. Series.
And that's mostly just because we played through.
Yep.
And it got chaotic.
It's such a fun
Kyle
multiplayer.
and I think Max.
Yep.
Or is it Jacob? Was it?
No, it was Max and Kyle.
Was it Max?
When you killed the baby Yoshis and got the nickname Murder Man.
That's not even true. You guys killed the baby Yoshi that I was holding. I had the last baby Yoshi because everyone else was irresponsible. And then someone footstooled me into a hole.
Still arguing about this 15 years later. So good. That's how you know it's a good game. What are we on? Number 7? My number 7 is the classic.
Yes.
It's the original Super Mario Bros. which I think is a great game. It's where it all started, and I like it. It's fun.
Nice. My number 6 is 3D World.
My number 6 is Mario Bros. 3. It's up here high. It's actually up pretty high. Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty high. Got nothing else to say.
I got nothing else to say about it. Well, I like Mario Bros. 3. It's great. And I played it way later in life because I didn't have an original Nintendo and I didn't have any means to play it prior to when it came to NSO. Yeah.
My number 5 is Mario Maker 2.
Mario Maker 2. Okay.
AKA just the Mario Maker series.
Yeah. My number 5 is 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. And even without Bowser's Fury, this is where this would sit. 3D World's a great game. It is so good. I really like the music, the level design, the world design. There's so many things happening. Like one level, you're gonna be like doing like Mario Kart-esque Rainbow Road running. At another, you're gonna be skating around on ice. Another's like a more open explore, collect the keys on the beach. There's so much they did in this game. So much variety. And I like it a lot.
My number 4 is Super Mario Bros. Wonder.
My number 4 is Super Mario 64.
You haven't said Wonder yet, right? Are you telling me Wonder is not even in your top 10?
We haven't got to the end yet.
Are you insane? I don't even want to. I don't want people to see this and relate me to you in your list. I almost just left the call.
Give us your number 3, Micah.
Sunshine.
No.
Absolutely.
That high? I forgot that we
That
hadn't
high.
gotten to it yet. That's insanity, Micah. That's insanity over all those other games.
Yes.
You are doing
2D
a
Mario
straight.
games just don't hit.
Listen,
2D
Micah.
Mario games just don't hit the same.
This is that your number 3 is a straight nostalgia play. It's
No.
just nostalgia.
I played through it again.
Unlike my number 3, Super Mario World.
You're insane.
It's so funny that we both put our nostalgia plays at the number 3 spot.
You put your nostalgia play. I put mine.
You did.
I played
you
a year and a
wish-
half ago.
You
and,
wish it wasn't. Yeah, I play
loved
Mario World all the time. I play it like every couple months. I break it out and play through it. I just love
How
this
come
game.
I haven't heard you mention Super Mario World
In What You're Playing?
The What You're Playing.
Well, because I don't want
Weird.
to have this debate every time I bring it up. All right.
Sure.
I do play this game quite frequently, at least a couple times a year,
Mm-hmm.
which is a lot
Mhm.
for a Super Nintendo game. What's your number 2?
Galaxy.
Yeah, let's go. My number 2 is also Galaxy. And then our number
And the
1,
rest
our
of us
shared
said the
number
same,
1
yeah.
is Mario Odyssey.
Odyssey.
It's peak. It's really good. I wish there was more to it.
So-
I feel like it ended too soon. I want more worlds.
Yeah, that would be cool.
But-
Every good game feels like that.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. So, what was your number 10
Super Mario Maker.
and 9?
New Super Mario Bros. The first one.
Mm-hmm. You're putting New Super Mario Bros. Over Wonder.
I'll put Wonder at number 11.
I didn't even make it
I'm
top
still
10.
a little
Everything
baffled.
at 10 and above or below, depending on how you want to look at it,
Are
is
all the
just
same to you?
filler.
Oh. Wild thing to say, because there are a lot of games in that list. A lot of really
There are a lot.
popular ones too. That's my list. Wonder is not on my top 10, and neither
I think
is
I think you're insane for that.
Mario
You have
Sunshine.
to, nostalgia plays a large part in that, though, right? You have to admit.
In the fact that Wonder is not on the list?
Yeah, I feel like there's no way if Nintendo announced the original Super Mario Bros. Game and Mario Wonder like this last year, and you played through both of them, you'd be like, "Oh boy, this Super Mario Bros. Game was way better than Wonder." I feel like that just can't be
I
real.
don't know. That's tough. It's tough to think about that scenario that doesn't exist. But I also am like, there are shortcomings in Wonder, but I feel those shortcomings because I played the other 2D Mario games. So,
What
shrug.
shortcomings?
I thought
There's
that
no like shortcuts.
I thought the boss battles were underwhelming.
I mean, you can't say the boss battles in the original Mario Bros. Were better than
In the
Wonder, though.
original Mario Bros. Oh, you're
Yeah,
talking about the
that's like
original
number
Mario Bros.
6 on your
I
list
thought
or
you
something,
I
isn't
thought you were
it?
talking about. Yeah, now that one's like kind of a respect for the classics. But I also just really like that game.
I mean, I will admit the boss battles in Wonder weren't fantastic. I mean, but I thought the conveyor belt very disappointing. But the other Bowser Jr. fights were essentially like every other 2D Mario game.
Yeah, I just expect more from the series at this point.
Mm.
I don't think I don't think they're essentially like every other 2D Mario game. I felt like they were easier than a lot of 2D Mario boss fights. Like Mario 3, I felt was like way more challenging for boss battles. And Super Mario World,
Don't they all just have this? He does just the same spinny attack. Goes back and forth.
yeah, why didn't they do like a Kamek thing?
Am I crazy?
Like where or did they do a Kamek thing?
They do. I'm pretty sure he comes in and he gives him like a special power halfway through or something. Or
No, that's not Kamek. I think that's just Wonder Magic. It's like,
oh, is it what? Oh, yeah,
yeah,
probably is
which
actually.
just took away Kamek entirely. But like Kamek in Yoshi's Island, man, if we included Yoshi's Island would be up here and like in the like top if that was included. Um, but like that game's boss battles are awesome for a 2D Mario game, and that's just kind of what I want from Mario Wonder. The fact that Mario Wonder feels a bit dated in that regard puts it down because it's so new. It's like it just feels not too different from the other ones, and I liked the other ones more. Um,
Did you say Mario Wonder didn't feel too different?
for the boss battles.
Oh, for the boss one, yeah.
Yeah. No. For the
But I mean,
gameplay.
I feel like I'm trying to remain. So essentially, that if all these games came out at the same time,
I mean, if
and I
that's how
played
you're
through all of them,
measuring it,
because you're kind of like, well, I just expected more.
yeah.
So it's not your score isn't based on the game itself. It's based on the game and when it came out, which is different than how I'm
No, I'm saying that the previous
rating
games,
these.
having played the previous games and wanting them to iterate for future games,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
I guess yeah, it's not so much on the time it came out, but more on the other games fed to my expectations for that game. But if they all came out at the
Yeah.
exact same time,
And it wasn't like this one came out first, and now I want them to have iterated on it and
yeah,
add more in this game because it's newer.
right. That's tough. I don't know. I probably would put Wonder higher.
Okay, I can respect that because you're.
Because
I
well,
can
I would
respect
definitely put
why
it high.
you would
Well,
think of it
yeah,
that
yeah.
way
I
now,
would
but
definitely put it higher than Mario Bros. Like the original Mario Bros. That would if this all launched at the same day. But I feel like that's a little unfair because it's like the first game in the series.
is it unfair though?
And
I feel like that makes
I
sense.
probably would put it above New Super Mario Bros. But Wonder also didn't have that minigame collection or that multiplayer Star Battle, which was pretty great. But it also did have online Dark Souls
Yeah.
signposting. Yeah. So maybe there's some rearranging on this list. Maybe I just need to take off Super Mario Bros. And not put like a respect for the classics kind of thing on here. Take that off. And just slide everything up. Do I like 3D Land more than one? Yeah. Yeah. Just slide everything up. So it would be my number 10. There we go. Changing the list. You've convinced me. Wonder should be on here. Super Mario Bros. Wonder, number 10. Boom. Look at that. We're doing good here today. Changing minds and hearts. That's going to do it for this episode of Nintendo Pals. Micah, do you feel better now that you've officially stated that? What did you put Sunshine at? Number 3? It's like your third favorite Mario
Number
game?
3, yeah, the third favorite.
It's insanity.
Fantastic.
Insanity.
So good. I love it. Back when games required you to actually have skill.
Back when you were a child and Mario was awesome.
Mario's
You know what's
still
funny?
awesome.
Super Mario World was also around that time period for me. So,
I mean, I feel like essentially, for the most part, think that newer Mario games have gotten better.
yeah, except for Sunshine.
But Sunshine,
That's bonkers to me. That's like your only exception, and I don't have that as an exception like at all. But I also put a lot of
you
older
have
games on
like
list.
the literal opposite. You're like, these newer games, I expect more for them.
Yeah,
because
and they delivered
they're
on Odyssey.
newer.
They delivered on Odyssey. They didn't deliver on Wonder, for me. I like Wonder. I'm not saying any of these games are bad.
I just don't understand.
Except for Mario Sunshine, but I say that's bad to annoy Micah. I played through it and enjoyed my time with it. A bad Mario game is still a great game. Micah, where can people find you on the internet?
Find me on Twitch at Micah Brown.
You can find me on Twitch and YouTube. Andros1. Search it up. Also, can we give a shout out and thank you to our fantastic Patreon supporters over at patreon.com/NintendoPals. Wherefore as little as $1. I was talking too fast. It was too much. For as little as $1 a month, you can be a part of the Patreon Pals and get early access to episodes and other cool perks. Thank you to T-Bone, Nick Lanoy, Fedorable Will, Monkey Thunder, Madison, aka Purple Riolu, Lava Plays, John Cummins, Lil Miss 7, Tim A, aka NeoPrime33, aka Nintendo Dad number 4, Seth Sturgill, LPD, Rizzle, Spider Shan, Solo, and of course, Mute Dog the Gamer. Thank you all so much. You guys are fantastic. You guys and gals are so great. Thank you for the support that you show to the show. We really do appreciate it. And wish you all the best. But we wish you the best to everybody else out there that's listening too. Please leave us a 5-star review on your podcast listening app of choice. And with that, we are going to end here. We're going to end here, Micah. But before we do, please, can you give us some advice? Some closing advice for all the adoring fans.
Yes. Don't go to bed angry.
Peace out, y'all.